Welcome back to Skegness Raceway here on this Sunday afternoon. Brisker Formula One stock cars in action. The heats of Sunday's meeting out of the way. We move on next to the Consolation for the drivers who didn't make it into the leading places in the heats. They'll try again to qualify for the last few remaining spaces in the Andrew Batty Memorial Final. Anthony Lee, number 339, will be worth watching. He leads them off. Names to look out for include Matt Newson in 16, Chris Cowley in 73. Jacqueline Ellis is out in this one. Liam Gilbank as well, we saw him spin out in his heats. Will Hunter in 220 yet to get through as well. Mainly lower graders out there. There's Mark Sargent in 326 at the back of the yellow tops. There's Jacqueline Ellis alongside Liam Gilbank. Ben Riley in 422, an early tangle with Jeff Nichols stymied him in his heats. Craig Utley in 484. So out there we've got the 249 of Joff Gibson, always an entertainer. Cowley at the front of the Reds. Paul Hines, he had to pull off with a puncture in his heat. Ashley England's there in 346. Couple of novices starting from the back as well. Jay Hewitt was one of them. Ant Lee and Kieran Bedford lead them off this time. Simon Binder and Hannah Chappell behind them. Here we go, 16 laps for the Consolation race for Brisker F1 stock cars. Kieran Bedford leads them off. Who's going to be the first to get the bumper in then and send a few cars wide. Already blue graders mixing with the yellows. Somebody slowing up already though. I think that might be Craig Utley in 484. Another car pulls off. That's Stuart Chevel. Couldn't get his car to run right in the heats either. A tangle there between Joff Gibson and Chris Cowley. Simon Binder gets spun out by Ant Lee onto the centre there on the back straight. It's Kieran Bedford, number 593, in one of Matt Newson's hire cars that leads the way. Yellow grader slowing up, coming off turn 2. The yellow flags are coming out. In fact, there's Simon Binder in Daz Kitson's car. There's a bit of debris there. That's come off, I think, Paul Carter's number 300. He was the car that pulled up. So a piece of debris in the middle of turn 1. That's the reason for the caution. I think that belonged to Paul Carter in the 300. In one of Murray Harrison's cars. Ready for a restart then, just a couple of laps into this Consolation event. Drivers looking for the last few places on the final grid. Always a bit frantic at this stage of the meeting, trying to get through and secure those places. Kieran Bedford with the lead ahead of Ant Lee. Ricky Wilson up there as well in 502. Very steady on the restart now. The green flag goes down and Ricky Wilson with a big push on the back of the two white graders. Hannah Chappell trying to get through on the inside in the 307 as well. Adam Bamford's there on the outside, but Bedford has held his lead. Casey Eggleston dives in, pushing, I think it was Aaron Leach out wide, and Bedford's now gone wide. Ant Lee will take the lead into turn 3. No, he won't. Ricky Wilson with the bumper. Oh, there's 3 of them for the lead here. This is terrific coming off turn 4. It was Ricky Wilson who led up the line. He's going to be taken wide now by Bedford. Lee's up on the curb on the inside, and Wilson's going to get spun out and take Ant Lee onto the centre. They've all gone, those 3. Now who's leading? 43. Adam Bamford's come through from 4th to 1st. Well, the 3 leaders just disappeared to the inside there as they tangled. It's Neil Scriven in 2nd place and Casey Eggleston in 120 is 3rd. I can hardly keep up with this. Well, there's the 3 cars that a lap ago were fighting for the lead. They're all on the infield. My goodness, that's how quickly it can change in Brisker F1. Pulling off there in the background, 249 of Joff Gibson as Neil Scriven goes for the lead now into turns 1 and 2. Casey Eggleston up into 2nd place. He's going to attack for the lead into turn 3. How many different leaders are we going to have in this race? This is fantastic. Best race of the weekend, the whole weekend so far. Eggleston now leads, and the Reds and Superstar graders that are in this Consolation haven't even made their way to near the front yet. Pause for breath. Casey Eggleston has the lead. Bit of drifting around the curbs there for Chris Cowley in 73 as one of the yellow graders gets taken wide there. Bamford's still there in 2nd. It's Ben Riley in 422 up into 3rd place. I think the yellow grader that went wide there was possibly Aaron Leach, number 70. Car broke down early on in his heat. Okay, race settling down a bit now. Jacqueline Ellis attacking Ashley England. Somebody up on the curb there again on the inside. A fair bit of curb hooking going on there. Just getting the inside front wheel up onto the curb to aid with their cornering. And a Chappell dropping back in the 307 car. Into the second half of this Consolation now. Casey Eggleston, number 120, it is who leads the way. His dad John Eggleston raced bangers and saloon stocks for many years. Casey came through the ORCI mini stocks in his younger days at mainly at Mildenhall Stadium in Suffolk on the Shale. Certainly making a name for himself in Brisker F1 as we watch Ben Riley battling it out with Adam Bamford. Behind him Chris Cowley and Matt Newson. Jack Ellis gets a wallop there from 220 of Will Hunter. Liam Gilbach going through on the inside in the 20. A very lively consolation race indeed. There's Ellis on the inside of the 220 now. The quickest female racers in Brisker F1 along with Phoebe Wainman and Catherine Harris. We've got Ashley Wareham and Hannah Chappell out there as well. Great to see so many of the ladies in Brisker F1 these days. Even more coming through the mini stocks and the V8 hot stocks looking to move up as well. Coming towards the end of this consolation race now, looks like it's going to be a win for Casey Eggleston. Chris Cowley attacking Adam Bamford, trying to move into the top 5. Eggleston is in there somewhere. There's battles all the way down the order in this one. There is Eggleston in the green machine. Ben Riley in second in the 4.22 now. Somebody onto the centre, that's Will Hunter in 2.20, so there'll be no final for him. There's going to be a final for this man with a consolation win, 1.20. Casey Eggleston takes it. Last Ben wallop there for Matt Newson on the back of Cowley, moves him back a couple of places. I think Matt Newson may have got third place there as a result of that. I couldn't keep up with that race. There was so much going on there in that consolation event. We know Casey Eggleston's won it. We'll confirm the rest of the result in a moment. All the fans who are present love that one. Well done to Casey Eggleston, number 120, leading home Ben Riley in 4.22. Winning margin just over a second. Matt Newson taking third ahead of Adam Bamford and Chris Cowley. It was a last bend sort out between them. Ashley England placing 6th ahead of Aaron Leach. Jacqueline Ellis taking 8th. Then Neil Scriven and Liam Gilbach rounding out the top 10.
Consolation winner, 120 Casey Eggleston. You've been getting closer all weekend, but you've got it now.
Yeah, I ain't had much luck all weekend, if I'm honest with you. I didn't finish my first heat yesterday, and I got third in my second heat, and then I snapped the front axle in the third heat, which luckily we got it. We managed to change the axle before just the mini race before the British yesterday, and then heat today had something fly off Wayman's car and come straight through my radiator, so I sort of backed out of the top 10 in that race, and then luckily obviously the consolation paid off. So
yeah, and you've had a new car this season as well. That's starting to pay its benefits.
Yeah, well obviously I had my car now pre-COVID. Obviously I only got to use it once, so then it's just been sitting there. So we had it done. Obviously we spent the first year I had to go in a Formula 1. We had this in the workshop, still finishing it off when I was able to use that one. You see, so luckily now we got it finished, and we were going to turn it into a multi-surface car, but by the look of it, we've done the right thing in not turning it into a multi-surface car. So yeah,
it's always nice when you've put all the work in and you do get a win in a car that you've put the effort in.
Yeah, especially after the damage we've had this weekend, that sort of made up for it, if you know what I mean.
And of course we've got the Batty final coming up next. You'll be hoping to have a win in that?
Everyone would like to win any final like that, wouldn't they? So yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Time for the main events then, the Andrew Batty Memorial Final. Memory of a long-time Brisker F1 supporter who very sadly lost his battle with cancer a couple of years ago. These drivers all desperate to win this one. Big field of 34 cars out there on track. This is going to be a cracker if the consolation events go by. We've got the all the Reds and Superstars that have qualified out there as well. John Horn and Harry Gooding lead them round. This is going to be a good Andrew Batty, this one is for you. Who's it going to be then for 2021 to take the Memorial Trophy? Simon Traves could spring a surprise here. He's out there in the white grade. He'll be one of our higher graders further back. We're about to find out. The green flag is down. The Andrew Batty Memorial Race for 2021 is go over 20 laps. Ready bumpers going in among the Reds and Superstars further back. Danny Wainman gets run out wide by Luke Davidson. He wallops the wall coming off turn 4. John Ford with the early lead in number 19 ahead of Simon Traves. A spin there for Jake Harry in number 345 further back. These yellow graders tangling with each other. Somebody's burst a tyre in there. Didn't see who it was. Chris Cowley's tangled up with one of the yellow tops down the home straight. There's the leader, John Horn. It's Adam Bamford who blew the tyre, and he's been hit by Chris Cowley. So Bamford and Cowley have gone already. Kelvin Hassel dropping back in number 13. Jake Harry stuck facing the wrong way. Carl Hawkins has stopped on turn 4 as well. Yellow flags out with the exit of turn 4 partially blocked. We see Jake Harry spun there. It was Mark Wareham who got caught up with Adam Bamford. That blew a tyre on Adam Bamford's car, and he got hit by Chris Cowley. So there's what happened, and that partly blocked the exit of turn 4. So the yellow flag's coming out, and we'll try again with John Horn, number 19, in the lead. It's Finn Sargent, our earlier heat winner. Paul Harrison, Simon Traves and Casey Engelston, the other winners, all out there too. There's Traves in second. Harry Gooding is third in 316. Protege of Antwort Niels, the All British Touring Car racer. Mark Adkins, Tyrone Evans. There's Lewis Evans, his twin brother. Jack Bryan. There's Casey Engelston, who won the Consolation. Charlie Sauder, the leading blue top, in number 5, with Ben Riley behind him. First red a bit further back. The red graders not really made their move yet. First red top is Paul Harrison. Will he be on for a double? Ford looking to hang on in front this time for his first ever final win. Away we go. Back underway with the Andrew Batty Memorial Final. Bumpers going in already. Further back, there's Ryan Harrison, the British champion. Had a slightly quieter start to his meeting. Was busy battling in the midfield. Managed the top 3 in his heat though. Paul Harrison gets fired wide in number 2. Harris, the world champion's in there too, and Simon Traves attacking for the lead, proving he can use that bumper. So he's not just a man for leading from the front, he can attack as well, and he's taken the lead from John Horn. Nice line between a couple of yellow tops further back. The big names yet to make their move though. Lewis Evans gets a big wallop there into the side of Mark Adkins. They tangle up, he gets hit again. You can see from the way the camera shakes how hard the hits are. Lewis Evans got walloped straight in there. We didn't see who by. His brother was near him, so a bit of sibling rivalry perhaps. Bobby Griffin gets a knock there from the 197 of Ryan Harrison. Dan Johnson in there as well in the number 4. Behind him, Paul Harrison in car number 2. Racers settled in then with Simon Traves leading towards half distance. This 20-lap Andrew Batty Memorial Race for 2021. There's Tom Harris, the world champion. Coming under fire from Ashley England. I think there's in 3-4-6. Sean Webster under fire from Aaron Leach and Bradley Harrison. Ryan Harrison will run all 3 of them wide, try and dive up the inside. Doesn't quite get through. The lead group have got away from this lot. They're further up the road. Sean Webster under fire now as Harrison gets through to the front of this group. Tyrone Evans has spun as well. Is that John Horn? Yes, it is. And he's had another car stuffed into him there. I think it was Ashley England stuffed into him by Paul Harrison. So we've lost John Horn, our second place man. It's Simon Traves with a clear lead now. Oh, and flames from underneath Ashley England's car there. Is that going to be a stoppage? I think it is. No, he's got it going again. The race has been halted though. We'll try and see what happened there. Lewis Evans was stuffed by Charlie Sauder into the side of Mark Adkins. So that's what happened that we saw from the onboard on Lewis Evans' car earlier on. They went walloping straight in. And then I think Lewis Evans was hit again. Evans stuck in the fence on turn 1. And then at the other end of the raceway, Paul Harrison picked up Ashley England. Tom Harris involved as well. Lee Fairhurst, and there was a whole line of contact behind them. And Ashley England got stuffed into John Horn, who had just tangled with Tyrone Evans. They were fighting for second place. Well, that would have handed Simon Traves a large lead, but we're under yellow, so it's all going to close up again. Lewis Evans being towed off by the recovery tractor. Quite a few cars out of the race you can see on the left of your screen there on the centre. That's the end of Lewis Evans' race. His chances of taking the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy. What's going to happen on this restart then? We're just up to half distance. Simon Traves ahead of Jack Ryan. Charlie Sauder's well placed in third. It's Harry Gooding, Ben Riley, Joe Nichols, Casey Engelston. One man who is well placed is Ryan Harrison, the new British Drivers' Champion. There's the 197 ahead of Tyrone Evans, who's rejoined. Bradley Harrison, Aaron Leach, Sean Webster, Junior Wayman. He's had a quiet weekend, been having a few engine issues with his refurbed tarmac car, I think. Very slow on this restart. Simon Traves trying to do a Sebastian Vettel here. Back the field up and then just get his foot down at the right moment. Keeping it steady around turns 3 and 4, waiting for the flag. Down goes the green flag and away. And look at Charlie Sauder up the inside, number 5. He got that restart absolutely right. Traves was trying to anticipate it, but Charlie Sauder got it right. He's up into second place as bumpers going in behind. Ryan Harrison putting about 4 cars wide there in one move, and Sauder takes the lead down the inside in the number 5. Charlie Sauder into the lead then of the Andrew Batty Memorial Final as bumpers going in further back. John Thompson gets fired into Dan Johnson by Lee Fairhurst. He's been hitting everything in sight in this one. Caught in the middle now down towards turn 1. Ashley England gets through on the inside. He's under fire from Mark Wareham, nearly spins him out. Oh, this is fantastic in the midfield. Tom Harris puts Sean Webster wide now. Chasing Luke Davidson, the Gold Cup holder from over at Venray in Holland. John Thompson all over the place further back. This is absolutely frantic in the midfield, but out in front it's Charlie Sauder, the Blue Raider in number 5. Tom Harris chasing Luke Davidson, and a car in the middle of the track there, nearly collected by Charlie Sauder. That was Tyrone Evans pulling off. Charlie Sauder, I thought, was going to smash into him and lose the race there. He's so quick in your reactions in Brisker F1. Brilliant stuff. Still, Charlie Sauder leads the way then in number 5 as we concentrate on the frantic midfield battles. Davidson and Harris together. Ryan Harrison still in among the leaders. Aaron Leach lunges at John Horn and wallop and straight in and nearly over. Goodness me. Aaron Leach puts John Horn right over the top of, I think that's Jake Harry. It is Jake Harry. Harry Gooding involved there as well, and the yellows will come out straight away. I thought John Horn was heading up and over the barriers there. That was a spectacular incident into turn 3. We'll see it again. Watch for Aaron Leach in the number 70. Wallop into the back of John Horn. That sends him over the bonnet of Jake Harry and straight up. A spectacular accident. And John Horn stuck in a very unusual parking place. So we have a 4-lap shootout then for the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy, with Charlie Sauder in the lead in car number 5. Anybody else's race behind him though. I think Sauder will probably get away on this restart, but we will wait and see. Here we go. Simon Traves in second, Ryan Harrison, Joe Nichols and Junior Wainman next in the order. Danny Wainman in 6th. We're back underway. Charlie Sauder's got it right once again. Simon Traves under fire from Ryan Harrison, who goes wide himself into turn 3 and 4. Leans Traves wide. Up into second is Harrison. Through to third comes the 515 of Junior Wainman. Then Danny Wainman and Ben Riley. Dan Johnson under fire from Tom Harris. Now there's been feuds between those two in the past. We'll see how that works out. There's the battle for second between Ryan Harrison and 515 of Junior Wainman, and Tom Harris tries to get the bump in on Johnson, and wallop straight in we go, and Harris gets himself. He spun himself around, he's put Johnson away. That's the latest chapter in that battle. Charlie Sauder is away and clear. He's heading for victory in the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy. The flashpoint there came as Tom Harris tried his latest wallop straight in on Dan Johnson, but he spun himself out as well. Just about sums up his weekend, Tom Harris. Ryan Harrison second ahead of Junior Wainman. Good to see him up to full speed in that distinctive tarmac car. We go into the last lap of the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy here at Skegness Raceway. It's going to be a win for Blue Grader Charlie Sauder. Here he comes into the final turn. He'll be very pleased to win this one. The Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy is won by Charlie Sauder. Clear of Ryan Harrison in second. I think, no, he's lost that second place. Junior Wainman has come through. He got passed on the last lap ahead of Ryan Harrison. Danny Wainman in 4th. Dan Johnson somehow gets his broken car across the line, the number 4. Charlie Sauder smokes the tyres in celebration. Tom Harris made it home as well. Flashpoint of that race, certainly. Charlie Sauder the winner by 2 seconds ahead of Junior Wainman, Ryan Harrison and Danny Wainman. It was Luke Davidson who took 5th, 6th going to Ben Riley, and Sean Webster, Paul Harrison, Bobby Griffin and Aaron Leach in the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy for 2021.
Final winner, number 5, Charlie Sauder. Of course, it wasn't just a final, it was the Andrew Batty Memorial as well.
Yeah, of course it was. It's a nice one to win. Obviously, it's not been long since he's obviously passed away, and it's just nice to win it.
You had some pressure though. They were closing on you.
Yeah, Ryan and Frank. Ryan and Frank Ryan and Frank were coming, but I just held on. But you know, trying to get to red top, that's the aim. But you know, obviously I've got to start mixing it a bit more and distraction him, that one.
Yeah, well, if you keep racing like your dad, you'll be red top in no time.
Listen, if I'm red top with him, he's going in for that, I'm telling you, fact.
And you and this car seem to have a bit of a love affair here. You're doing well in this car around Skeggy.
Yeah, I'm getting on there. We're going to Ipswich in a few weeks. Hopefully we can get some decent positions there, but just trying to score points, really. That's the main thing, score points and just try and get as high up as we can.
Well, best of luck, and revenge will be sweet.
It will be really sweet.
Just a little question: when you're big enough and old enough and wide enough, you give it a go. Until then,
Righto.
leave it there.
All talk.
Cheers, lads.
Great to see father and son celebrating their Mick and Charlie Sauder. Well, first Finn Sargent, now Charlie Sauder. A good day for drivers who wear glasses today, clearly. Grand National time then, we've got 34 cars out there once again. Most of the big names making it back out. Tom Harris is back out there. No Dan Johnson though, I don't think. The Waynemans are there. There's Sean Webster, Bradley Harrison, Paul Hines out there in 259. Ashley England, Matt Newson, Carl Hawkins, Chris Cowley, Paul Harrison, Luke Davidson. Who's going to be our last winner of the weekend here on a wonderful weekend of Brisker F1 action here at Skegness? Charlie Sauder as final winner, starts from the one-lap handicap in front of the white tops. Simon Binder and Hannah Chappell will lead the field away. 8 flag ways. Here we go over 16 laps. Simon Binder at 1:8 goes into the lead. Finn Sargent in trouble already. He's out. Simon Binder, who will take the lead ahead of Simon Traves in the 47, who goes down the inside into turns 3 and 4. He's going to move through into the lead down the home straights. Many battles developing in the pack. He got me going wide there. He gets the bumper in on Paul Hines now. He's going to take himself out there, spins around. On board with Lewis Evans. There's Simon Binder gone, the man who led the first lap. Craig Utley's going backwards out of turn 2. So is Simon Binder. Reverse racing, anyone? They do that in the Netherlands with Datvario-Matics. Of course, they can go as quick backwards as they can forwards. Came to Hensford a few years ago. Oh, and wallop straight in and straight over. That's John Thompson, 312. Goodness me. Spun aside and hit the infield tyres there. Somebody's lost a tyre on turn 3, but 312 of John Thompson upside down. That was a spectacular crash. Let's hope he's okay. Big incident there coming off the turn. Let's see what happened. No, he got caught up with Paul Hines and spun around. He couldn't stop the car. Wallop into the tyres and straight over he went. Look at that. Nearly ended up standing on its tail, that car. Thankfully, John Thompson is okay. And we resume with Simon Traves in the lead in 47 ahead of Jack Ryan. He's had a good weekend. One of the Evans twins in third place. Tom Harris gets the bumper in on Stuart Sheville. He's just glad to do some laps this time. Fired into Carl Hawkins there in 175. Plenty of push and shove in the midfield as always, with Simon Traves, number 47, who has still got the lead. 2-2 Ben Riley attacking there on the back of Sean Webster, I think that is. Hawkins in 175 attacking Junior Wademan. Chris Cowley sent wide by one of the blue tops there, nearly into the wall. 401 Mark Wareham under fire from 178. That's Richard Burt. Wainman versus Harris. Hawkins and Riley behind them. This strapped down the order. Bobby Griffin taken wide there as Stu Sheville bounces off the curbs. He'll be aiming just to get a finish this time, I would think, after retiring from the heat and the Consolation on the first lap earlier. We have gill banking problems there once again. Not been a happy day for him. All bumpers going in. Bobby Griffin, the ex-national mini-stocks gold top, attacking Ashley England. Formula 2 race will have some F2 action from Skegness in our next programme here on Premier Sports. They're bouncing off each other left, right and centre. Impossible to keep up with all the position changes here. Paul Harrison under fire from Ben Riley. Little Ted Wademan in 555 under fire there as well. 464 slowing there. Luke Davidson in problems. Had a win here last night in one of the heats, but not had a happy day today. Simon Traves still leads. All the action is in the pack behind him. Matt Newson under fire from Mark Wareham in the 401. This is with his daughter Ashley. There's Ashley, the 492 car. The retro style machines. They used to race in heritage stock cars, so they know about the historic designs. Bobby Griffin off the curb there, chased by Liam Gilbank. Here's our leader. 47 Simon Traves has run away at the front of this one. Very smart for the 47 car in the colours of Assetto Motorsports, who he's competed for on the circuits. I think it's Lewis Evans in second in the 392. The Evans twins still going strong. Tyrone Evans in the top 10 there. We saw the 381. Tom Harris chasing Junior Wainman. Leader comes up to lap Stuart Chevalier, was tangled there on the outside. Liam Gilbank and Bobby Griffin tangling up. Slightly quieter at Grand National as Simon Traves leans on. Chris Cowley there takes him wide. 48 Sean Webster comes through, but I think Sean is a lap down, so Simon Traves not needing to worry about losing his lead there. Ben Riley under fire from Charlie Sauder. Now where's he got up to from the lap handicap? He's about midway through the field. I've seen maximum scored here at Skegness in the past, of course, the last one being Luke Davidson. Heat final in Grand National from the handicap. We're on the last lap of this Grand National now, and it's going to be Simon Traves pushing his way through the back markers. And another win this weekend for Simon Traves. I've lost count of how many wins he's had. He won't be a white roof for long. The rest of the pack comes home. We'll confirm who was in second in a moment. I think it was Lewis Evans, but he was quite a long way behind Simon Traves there. Traves having a bit of a friendly battle with Sean Webster and Chris Cowley at the end of that race. He was trying to lap them. Oh, good stuff. Simon Traves certainly establishing himself as a future star of Brisker F1, I would think. He certainly enjoyed that one, taking the win ahead of Lewis Evans, with Aaron Leach in third in number 70. Paul Hines, the first red top, in fourth. Catherine Harris defeating brother Tom in a battle for fifth position. Well done, Catherine. Junior Wainman seventh ahead of Tyrone Evans, Matt Newson and Paul Harrison rounding out the top 10.
Grand National winner, 47, Simon Traves. We're here again. We're almost running out of things to ask you now. We've seen you that much this weekend.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. Shame about the final, but couldn't get it in second gear off the restart. So it's just the gearbox out now and get that fixed, and hopefully we'll be away.
When you were mentioning that you thought you might be yellow for Ipswich, I think when this grading comes, I think it's going to be a bit more than yellow.
Yeah, I think it might be more than yellow, but we'll have to see. It'd be good to get up the grades and, you know, race with the top drivers.
And we've seen, obviously, you're wearing Ginetta overalls. Is there some connection?
Yeah, so we started racing. I raced Ginettas a few years ago, and now I run a race team that just run Ginettas in Ginetta Juniors and British GT. So yeah, that's what my full-time job is. So that's why I race on the weekends, that we're not away working.
Very nice, and that's certainly a little bit different to Brisker Formula Ones.
Yeah, definitely. At times they have contact, but you get told off for it in circuit racing.
Well, congratulations on a successful weekend.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up the action from the Brisker Formula One stock cars at the end of a wonderful 2 days of racing here on the Lincolnshire coast at Skegness Raceway. Skegness always lends itself to great action from the F1s. Congratulations to all the winners, including the winner of the big race, Ryan Harrison, in last night's British Drivers' Championship, and Charlie Sauder taking the Andrew Batty Memorial Trophy here today. We move on in our next programme to more action from Skegness from the Brisker Formula 2 stock cars. We'll see them in action over the course of the season on quite a few occasions. They'll be in action here at Skegness in our next programme. That's coming up soon, but for now, thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.